Welcome to Before the Council, a reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, December 4th, 2017. There are 9 items listed on the agenda this week. Coverage begins at 3:45 p.m. with the Ways and Means Committee, chaired by Councilor John F. Powers. Also, Councilor Jessica A. Giannino, Councilor Stephen Morabito, Councilor Charles J. Patch Sr., and Councilor George J. Rotundo. The committee will discuss the following item pursuant to Council Order 17-402. This is regarding a parity salary ordinance for employees not represented under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 150E, Section 10. At 4 p.m., we move on to the Billboard Ordinance Subcommittee meeting, chaired by Councilor Jessica A. Giannino. The committee will discuss amendments to the zoning ordinances of the City of Revere relative to billboards. At 4:30, we have the zoning subcommittee chaired by Councilor Jessica A. Giannino. Also on the committee, Councilor Patrick M. Keefe, Jr., Councilor Joanne M. McKenna, Councilor John F. Powers, Councilor George J. Rotundo, and Councilor Anthony T. Zambuto. The committee will discuss the following. Pursuant to Council Order C-17-14, Bipping Huang of Winchester, Massachusetts is seeking permission from the Revere City Council to expand a non-conforming 4-unit residential use to a 6-unit residential use within the RB district at numbers 6 through 8 Garfield Avenue in Revere. Site Plan Review Committee, dated November 21st, regarding this item, please be advised that the Site Plan Review Committee has reviewed the above-referenced special permit request to expand a non-conforming structure and use by converting a 4-unit non-conforming structure and use to a 6-unit residential use at 6 through 8 Garfield Avenue within the RB district. The following findings and conditions have been made with respect to this special permit request. 1, that the existing 4-bedroom unit be converted to 2 separate 1-bedroom units, resulting in a net deduction of 2 bedrooms. 2, the special permit shall be subject to review and approval by the fire department to bring the entire building up to fire safety codes. 3, the special permit shall be subject to a final construction plan review for code compliance of the entire building performed by the Building Department Code Compliance Officer to bring the entire building in compliance with plumbing, electrical, and building codes. 4, in accordance with Section 17-47 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance, this special permit request is subject to participation in the Community Improvement Trust Fund, in which 3% of the construction costs for the conversion improvements shall be paid into the Community Improvement Trust Fund prior to the issuance of a building permit. Second, pursuant to Council Order C-17-16, Yeamans Street Investment of Chelsea, Massachusetts is seeking permission from the Revere City Council to construct a new 3-story mixed-use development consisting of 22 residential micro-units and 4 commercial units at 14 Yeamans Street in Revere. Site plan review dated November 22nd, 2017. Please be advised that the Site Plan Review Committee has reviewed the above-referenced special permit request for the construction of a 3-story mixed-use building consisting of 22 residential micro-units with 4 commercial units on the ground floor at 14 Yeamans Street within the Central Business District. The following findings and conditions have been made with respect to this plan. 1, a street and sidewalk bond must be placed on file with the DPW to secure performance for the installation of utilities including sewer, water, and drainage, construction of concrete sidewalks and granite curbing, construction of driveways, construction of retaining walls, if applicable, and landscaping. 2, a sewer connection and water connection permit must be obtained from the DPW for all new construction. The city engineer and DPW superintendent must review and approve the proposed sewer service and water service plan. 3, Final plans shall be reviewed and approved by the fire department for compliance with fire safety codes. 4. Based on the city's sewer mitigation inflow infiltration removal requirement, a sewer mitigation fee in the amount of $31,460 for 22 bedrooms shall be paid to the city of Revere in 2 installments, 50% prior to the issuance of a building permit and 50% prior to the issuance of an occupancy permit. This fee is based on the city's I&I formula of 110 gallons per bedroom times 10 times $1.30. 5. The installation of new concrete sidewalks is required along the full frontage of the property along Yeaman Street, along with streetscape improvements and the planting of 2 street trees 3Y caliper along the Yeaman Street frontage. 6. Bike racks and bicycle storage space shall be included within the building design. In addition, the developer shall establish a transportation demand management, that is TDM, program for the proposed 22 residential units, including a statement in the lease that residents will not be allowed to have vehicles. 7. Final elevation plans and exterior building materials shall be subject to the approval of the Site Plan Review Committee. 8. All roof mechanical units shall include noise baffles and be screened from view from abutting residential properties. 9. In accordance with Chapter 17.47 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance, the Community Improvement Trust Fund is applicable to this development project. Under the Community Improvement Trust Fund, the developer must contribute 3% of the cost of construction above and beyond what is allowed as of right towards the fund, which must be spent exclusively toward capital improvement projects within the impacted area. For the purpose of this special permit, 3% of the construction costs of the entire residential component of the building shall be applied to the trust fund. Third, pursuant to Council Order C-17-17, A.H. Shower Development, LLC of Revere, Massachusetts, is seeking permission from the Revere City Council to raise the existing non-conforming structures and construct a new 6-story mixed-use structure with 2 commercial units on the first floor and 145 residential units on the remaining floors at 320 to 329 Revere Beach Boulevard. Site Plan Review Committee regarding this item dated November 22nd, 2017. Please be advised that the Site Plan Review Committee has reviewed the above referenced site plan for a special permit to construct a mixed-use development consisting of 145 residential units and 2,500 square feet of ground floor commercial space at 320 through 329 Revere Beach Boulevard within the RC1 district. The following findings and conditions have been made with respect to this site plan. 1. The final building design and exterior materials plan shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee. 2. The ground floor commercial space and facade shall be more than 50% glass and provide for the opportunity for outdoor dining with accordion-style floor-to-ceiling windows that may open during warmer months. 3. Screening measures shall be incorporated along the face of the garage levels to mask garage view from the boulevard and southern face of the building. These architectural elements shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee. 4. A landscaping plan shall be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee for streetscape improvements along the full frontage of the building on Revere Beach Boulevard and along the perimeter of the building. 5. A new concrete sidewalk and driveway with granite curbing shall be installed along the Revere Beach Boulevard frontage. 6. This development is subject to an order of conditions and Conservation Commission review under the Wetlands Protection Act, Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 130, Section 40. 7. This development is subject to a curb cut and street opening permit by DCR. 8. A traffic impact analysis shall be prepared for the proposed development, and the developer shall be responsible for undertaking all pedestrian safety and traffic safety measures recommended in the traffic impact study. 9, the developer shall establish a transportation demand management TDM program for the proposed mixed-use development at 320 through 329 Revere Beach Boulevard to be approved by the Site Plan Review Committee and made part of the final site plan. 10, an easement shall be maintained throughout the property leading to the rear of the site for maintenance of the Eastern County Ditch and emergency apparatus access to the rear of the property. 11, vehicular access and egress shall be provided by a single two-way driveway on the northern side of the site from Revere Beach Boulevard. Pedestrian and vehicular safety warning measures shall be provided at the site driveway on Revere Beach Boulevard. 12, all existing drains and sewer services within the site shall be abandoned and shall be removed and capped at the main. 13, a sewer and water connection permit must be obtained from the DPW in accordance with the current DEP administrative order and EPA consent decree. A sewer connection fee shall be paid to the City of Revere for I&I removal of inflow and infiltration from the sanitary sewer system. The formula for the sewer connection fee is based on 110 gallons per bedroom times 10 times $1.30. Since the proposed development shall provide for a total of 216 bedrooms, the I&I fee shall be $308,880. This fee shall be paid in 2 installments, 50% prior to the issuance of a building permit and 50% prior to issuance of an occupancy permit. 14, the city engineer and DPW superintendent must review and approve utility plans for the proposed sewer service, water service, and stormwater management prior to the issuance of a building permit. 15, hydrant flow test shall be conducted on Revere Beach Boulevard to determine the adequacy of both domestic and fire flow and for the proper sizing of domestic and fire flow service to the building. Plans for the location of additional hydrants, if necessary, shall be approved by the fire department. 16, an exterior grease trap shall be installed for the proposed restaurant use. And 17, in accordance with Chapter 17.47, the Community Improvement Trust Fund is applicable to this development project. Under the Community Improvement Trust Fund, the developer is required to contribute 3% of the construction cost of construction above and beyond what is allowed as of right towards the fund, which must be used exclusively towards capital improvement projects within the impacted area. For the purpose of this special permit and requirement for variances, 3% of the construction cost shall be based on the increased density of the project as a result of parking and setback relief. Number 4, pursuant to Council Order CZ 17-05, Title 17 of the revised ordinances of the City of Revere and the zoning map provided by Section 17.12.020 of said title is hereby amended to change the zoning district designation of property known and numbered as Lot Number 120 American Legion Highway at Number 448 American Legion Highway from the Residential B District to the General Business District. Revere Planning Board dated November 28th in regard to this matter. Dear members, pursuant to Section 17.56.050 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance, the Planning Board, at a special meeting held on November 8th, 2017, subsequent to a public hearing held on October 24th, 2017, voted to favorably recommend the adoption of a proposed zoning map amendment to change Lot 120 American Legion Highway from General Residence, RB, to General Business, GB. And it was signed by Eugene McKenna, the chair of the Revere Planning Board. The final item on the zoning subcommittee agenda, number 5, pursuant to Council Order CZ-17-06, this is regarding the repeal of recreational marijuana zoning ordinance. Revere Planning Board, dated November 29th. Dear members, pursuant to Section 17.56.050 of the revised Revere zoning ordinance, the Planning Board, at a regular meeting held on November 28th, 2017, subsequent to a public hearing held on November 28, 2017, voted favorably to recommend that the City Council repeal the definition and use regulations of recreational marijuana facilities, signed by Eugene McKenna, Chair of the Revere Planning Board. At 6 p.m., we move on to the Revere City Council meeting, which begins with the salute to the flag. Calendar item number 1, roll call of members. Calendar item number 2, the approval of the journal of the regular meeting of November 27th, 2017. Calendar item number 3, pursuant to Council Order 17-423, HYM will conduct a presentation relative to Suffolk Downs Development Proposal, dated November 29th, 2017. We have a letter from HYM addressed to Council Vice President, Dear Councilor Keefe. We understand that on Monday, November 13th, 2017, a motion was filed in the Revere City Council asking the HYM Investment Group, LLC, to appear before the council on a monthly basis. HYM is pleased to comply with this request, and we hereby request the opportunity to speak before the council on December 4th, 2017. We are grateful to have this forum with the Revere City Council to share information about the Suffolk Downs redevelopment. As you may be aware, over the past 12 months, HYM has held over 120 meetings with community groups, stakeholders, and municipal agencies in Revere and East Boston. We have met with Mayor Arrigo and his team, all of the Revere City Councilors except one, and community groups such as the Beachmont Improvement Committee and Friends of the Belle Isle Marsh. These meetings have been vital to our understanding of the community's preferences for the redevelopment. On November 8, 2017, we submitted a formal letter of intent to the City of Boston, which provides an overview of our plan for the Suffolk Downs redevelopment. On November 30th, 2017, we will make a formal permitting submission to both the State of Massachusetts and City of Boston in a joint filing. Following this, on December 4th, we will submit a letter of intent to the Revere City Council. Although this letter of intent is not required in Revere, we want to ensure that the City Councilors and community are aware of our anticipated next steps. We thank you again for the invitation and look forward to providing a more detailed update next week. Yours sincerely, Thomas N. O'Brien, founding partner and managing director of the HYM Investment Group. Calendar item number 4, pursuant to Council Order 17-362, this is a motion presented by Councilor Rotundo that the mayor requests the director of SUDI, the Substance Use Disorders Initiative, to appear before the Revere City Council to discuss programs offered, the organizational chart, outreach process, and number of people served. Additionally, that SUDI updates the council on funding sources, what type of grants have been awarded, and that SUDI provide the council with ongoing benchmarks and outcomes. Calendar item number 5 is part of the Ways and Means Subcommittee report. Pursuant to Council Order 17-402, this is regarding the hearing on a parity salary ordinance for employees not represented under Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 150E, Section 10. Next, we have the Billboard Ordinance Subcommittee report and the Zoning Subcommittee report. Communications, calendar item number 6. Pursuant to Council Order 17-424, this is a communication from the Director of Veterans Affairs requesting that the City Council establish a revolving fund for the Veterans Service Office. Dated November 29th, 2017, Honorable City Council. I am requesting the approval of a revolving fund account. A revolving account will start with $2,425 and will not exceed $12,000 in any fiscal year. Full compliance and expenditure reports of the fund shall be provided to the City Council on a quarterly basis. The revolving account will give the Veterans Affairs Office the ability to secure donations made to the office. The revolving fund will be used to help veterans in an emergency situation. It will also be used to properly run our mobile wheelchair program. I appreciate your time on this matter. Thank you. Respectfully, Mark Silvestri, Director of Veterans Services for the City of Revere. Motions, calendar item number 7, pursuant to Council Order 17-425. This is a motion presented by Councilor Morabito that the mayor provide a police officer at city council meetings during public hearings. Calendar item number 8, pursuant to Council Order 17-426. This is a motion presented by Councilor Guanasso that the City Council award a certificate of merit to Officer Mike Travado for saving the life of a young man who overdosed early Saturday morning, November 25th, 2017. And calendar item number 9, pursuant to Council Order 17-427. This is a motion presented by Councilor Powers that the mayor requests the Traffic Commission to establish resident parking on the entire length of Dunn Road and amend the resident parking on Charlotte Street to include the entire length. And this has been before the council. A reading of the Revere City Council Agenda for the meeting of Monday, December 4th, 2017. I'm Rick Promise, and I'll see you at the council.